everybody. I spent the last little couple videos on the workbench, you know, doing soldering and sanding and polishing and everything like that. So what I thought I would do today, we're going to do a basic wax. Oh, I need to do those glasses. I'm not taking any more work, by the way. I can't finish the work I have, if that makes sense. I just have way too much stuff on the go, and so it's been a little bit too much for me. So I'm going to show you injecting a wax here. Okay, so you make sure the rubber mold is all clean, right? You don't want any of the old wax on there, right? A little talcum powder, a little cotton, little cloth of some sort here, and I just dump the, right? Okay, so you can see over the years, that's, you know, my thumbs pressing down on this. So yes, it helps hold it, but you know, you still gotta hold it too, right? That one's holding a bit better. Okay, so let's turn this on. My little pump, my little quiet pump. So you want to see this going up to, really what you need for most things is 15 pounds. It's at 195 degrees. Can you see? If I move that out of the way, let's get this light here like that. Okay, so find yourself in a comfortable spot. You still got to hold this down firm, and then you got to, okay. Now, this one leaks terribly. Okay, well, let's see if that worked out. Right? Sometimes you got to see the fact that there's a lot of failures too. It's not just I'm going to do it and it works out every single time. It doesn't. Sometimes the castings go wrong. Sometimes the wax doesn't work properly. Sometimes you get a whole bunch of wax that leaks out. So I got rubber molds going back to the 80s. So I know that this one's not going to work out. I shouldn't even open it, but you know what I'm going to do? Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, that's a 2-finger ring. Now, how about we turn that off? Even though it's nice and quiet, we turn that off. And while the wax is warm, clean up your mold. This is old school vulcanized rubber. It's not like the silicone. The silicone, nothing seems to stick to it. I mean, even your writing, after a while, I can rub the writing off of it. This one here, like, the writing stays on it forever. It's just different material. It needs talcum powder, and sometimes what's good for it is a silicone jewelry release, like jewelry mold release spray, and you spray it on there. You got to make sure this dries. You know, you want a dry mold. Okay, so See that I'm pulling the mold away from the face? There we go. All right. That turned out great. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah. Okay, so there's some little imperfections on this mold. And you just take a little, you take a little chisel and these are screwdrivers, but I've sharpened them so that they're little chisels. You know, so I clean up this little spot here next to its jaw, to its cheekbone. I make that right again. Okay? Now this has to be a certain size. Wow. Did I turn this on? Yep. This is like one of the soldering a soldering iron. I wrapped some copper wire around it. So it's okay to fix things up, right? That's why you're working on it in the wax, right? If you see something that you think could use a little improving, now's the time to do it, right? You don't want to cast a piece and realize, oh, you know, you should have fixed that up in the wax, right? It's a couple little things I want to look at right here. Right? For these bigger waxes, sometimes they don't turn out sometimes always perfect. You gotta spend a little time on them. Not like they just pop out. Like smaller pieces seem to inject easier. Okay. I can live with that. That's nice. Just look at that good. Remember, the nicer the wax looks, the better the end result's going to be, right? You know, and it's relatively quiet work too. It's nice. I'm just putting a piece of sprue back on it. It broke off too short. Remember, you don't want any sharp angles, little sharp edges or anything like that when you're doing your waxes. They have the tendency, you know, if they don't have the tendency, but they can break off, like little sharp corners and stuff like that, like especially on the sprue. I'm happy with that. Okay, so yeah, I'm okay with that. So now I would weigh this. Number 1, and then we're at 4.9 grams, and then I know this has to be sterling silver, and then it's 2 finger. And I'm gonna, that'll be it for my video for today, I think. You know, that's long enough. It's 13 minutes, and I'll take a picture of the wax and do that. And I'll take a picture of the mold at the beginning. And you know, I didn't talk about my coffee. Excuse me, I didn't talk about my coffee today. I didn't talk about the dogs or anything like that. I just want you to have a nice day. Think about the people around you. And try to have a nice day. All right? Okay, I had the dust mask on for, I threw a couple pictures into this. So we mixed up the investment. You know, you measure it, and if you want, but I know what I'm looking for, right? And make sure you mix it, like stir it for a while. Okay, and then we're just over here to the vacuum machine. You run that up to a good boil, or vacuum for a good boil. And then we're gonna pour it in here and vacuum it again. So maybe what I'll do is I'll take a couple pictures. So that's pretty well gonna be this video. So you're gonna see it from the injecting the wax, through the process. We're gonna working on it for a little while. And I worked on it some more because I had to fix up the eyes to set, easy to put gems in there. And then you see a couple pictures of the flask and this and that, and then we're going to go, we're vacuuming out the air bubbles from the investment, and I'll take a couple pictures and then that's it. Okay, so I vacuumed the investment, and now I'm just going to pour it into where the wax pattern is, right? And I know to make just the right amount, It's nine scoops on my, there's a little bit extra. Okay, let's wash my hands here. Remember, you don't gotta be in a panic and rush. Okay, so that's gonna go back in. I'm gonna bring it up to a full rolling boil, and that'll be it for this video. Okay? So you're seeing, and I'm gonna say it again. You're seeing the cycle for the waxes. Call a pal. Have a nice day. Okay, so if you see that that's the edge of the flask, that's the investment that's risen that much. That's why we use the tape. Okay, so now it's starting to boil. And that's the air bubbles coming out of there. We'll let that run for a bit more. Just about 30 inches mercury. It's like a complete vacuum. Okay, so that's that. And I'm gonna now, people say you should leave it alone. Well, what happens if you got another flask to do? Just take it out, put it down, then leave it alone. Clean up your work area. Okay, you guys, have a great day.